Okay, Claire, we're close. We're close, but not quite there yet. Let's do this. This is M2 task one. All right, and I just want to say, let's go to M2 task one, which is your paper. So if we jump over to your paper, which is right here. Okay, so yeah, all is well, almost, but not quite. And I addressed this in my response to your paper. But I just want to say, okay, so you talk about Paul Renner. That's great. That's your designer. That's perfect. The movement that you want to represent is an industrial revolution. That's fantastic. Then you go on to say, I will create a typographic spread using Paul Renner's most iconic, using Futura, okay? And then you're going to use the German flag, okay? And then the typeface will also be Futura. And then you have this quote by Paul Renner, who was a modernist. Okay, so the thing that I'm seeing here, and my response to that was, good job using the paper. Paul Renner to tie modern tenets with the Industrial Revolution is a fantastic idea. That's saying using Paul Renner to tie his philosophies or design approach on some of the tenets of the Industrial Revolution. That's good. Good tie there. It's a good way to compare the two. But then the way that you keep on going, I'm concerned that this is going to end up looking like a poster for Futura, and that's why. Okay, and excuse me. And as I get to your sketches, that is actually exactly what happened. These look like posters for Futura. So in other words, you say that in your writing, you say that this is the Industrial Revolution. You talk about the Industrial Revolution, okay, but I don't see the Industrial Revolution anywhere here. Okay, so in other words, you've chosen the designer, you've chosen the time period or the period that you want to use, you've chosen the typeface, and you've chosen the quote. The only thing we don't have here is in your sketches. I'm not seeing this Industrial Revolution. So without that, we are left with Paul Renner using Paul Renner's iconic typeface and talking about Paul Renner. So of course, it's got no choice but to look like a poster on Futura. Do you see what I'm saying? What we need to do is move some sort of Industrial Revolution graphic or some sort of visual connection between the Industrial Revolution. So in other words, look up some designers from the Industrial Revolution and consider using their work on the background. So that way this isn't just like this salute to Paul Renner. You're actually tying those together. Now, I'm using that as an example, but I want you to think about how closely these things really need to tie together. And to do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the actual examples from class. Okay, and to do that, I want to get over here to the sample paper. Okay, so remember this from class. This student San is Massimo Vignelli. That's the designer. Okay, then they're moving to the cave paintings in Lascaux, France, talking about this, some of the oldest artwork known to man, thousands and thousands of years ago. Actually, this is wrong. I think the latest estimation is 30,000 years ago that predate Lascaux. So that's a sidetrack. But at any rate, the oldest artwork known to man. Okay, so that's the time period. Massimo Vignelli is the designer. Okay, Helvetica is the typeface. All right, and then there's the quote. So we get over to the actual piece, and the piece is this. Okay, there's Lascaux. That's a photograph of the cave paintings from Lascaux. Here's the quote, if you do it right, it'll last forever. There's the name of and then there's the Helvetica. Okay, how does this all tie together? If you think about it, if you do it right, it will last forever. These cave paintings are over, they're thousands and thousands of years old. So this quote has directly to do with this piece back here. And Helvetica ties in because it, of course, is one of the most timeless typefaces ever designed as well. Okay, so can you see how they're all tying together and kind of linking together? Whereas I'm not real sure if yours is doing that without that nod to the Industrial Revolution. Okay, any questions? Let me see something here. Yeah, any questions at all? Hang on one second. So a couple of names from the Industrial Revolution era, a little bit later, but would definitely be relevant. Walter Crane, Randolph Caldecott, and Kate Greenway. Try looking at work for those particular artists when you're looking to tie this thing all together. Hope that makes sense. Any questions? Give me a holler. Okay, thanks.